Shinobi's latest and greatest. Today we'll talk about the new beginning, the phoenix rising from the ashes, and how the community has decided to stand alone and not be absorbed by any other community. We'll go over the taxes of Shinobi as of right now. We'll also do some price prediction and technical analysis. Welcome back, Moneybags Rico. This is really good. It's been a while, and I'm happy to bring some good news. I'm not big on bringing bad news to this community. You guys know that I rocked with you guys and still do from way back when. And well, this is our new beginning. This is our chance right here. Let's go over these details. We got Shinobi meeting minutes, okay, with Drew. So we got this right here. New beginning. Drew announced tonight that Cliff has transferred ownership of the ETH and BSC token contracts, all Shinja in the old deployer, marketing wallets, and keys to our liquidity, ERC 721 NFTs for the trust finance lock, 2 new wallets under our control. So the keys have been transferred. This is now the community's token. This is now our chance. Like I said in the beginning, the phoenix rising from the ashes. We did not get absorbed by any other token, which, to be honest with you guys, is somewhere that's really where I wanted this to go. I didn't speak on it that much, but I only just said that I wanted everybody to realize that if all these people wanted to absorb us, it was for a reason, and the value was within the community. So now that we kept that value within Shinobi, which is us, each and every one of you guys, now we have an opportunity to make Shinobi grow. So on top of that, we've also revealed the initial members of the board of directors, which are as follow: Mr. T, Chief Operations Officer. We got Stone. Shout out to Mrs. Stone, Chief Communications Officer. Mary Jane, Chief Financial Officer. We have Phoenix, Creative Content Director, and we got Chris Tien, front end and back end developer. And big shout out to Wolf. He's been rocking with Shinobi since the beginning. So head moderator right there, Wolf. You do an amazing job, and I'm glad to see that you're still with us. So Drew, aka Lurs, and Doug, TG name is Crazy Man D. Big shout out to Crazy Man D as well. Will remain as advisors to the board of directors, but will not hold official positions due to the conflict of interest. 3 members of the board will be selected to hold keys to the project multi-sig wallet, along with Drew serving as a neutral key holder in the event that another key holder fails in their duties. Doug will also temporarily hold a key until legal representation for the project has been secured, after which he will pass the key off to the board of directors. So this is pretty exciting times, and honestly, we're being transparent with what's going on right here. So I want you guys to let me know down in the comments. Use the comment section to voice your opinions, and use it to get the word out there on how you feel what's going on. Now we'll talk about the taxes in a second, but let's go over this, and then I'll show you guys what's actually been put out in the TG. That's why you guys want to subscribe and have the bell notification, because I'm going to be on top of everything now that this chapter, the old chapter, has been closed, and we got a whole new page turning right now. So we got taxes. Now that we've gained control over Shinobi, we need the community to help in deciding what the taxes should be changed to in order to reestablish our utilities and spread awareness of the project's new state. Adequate taxes need to be collected for marketing development. However, setting them too high could potentially deter investors from buying and selling. This is something that we got to keep in mind. Obviously, I'm going to be helping out. I'm going to be all over this. I love this community. It's been over a year and a half that we've been together. And now that it's something positive out here, I'm ready to turn this back up. So we also need to come together as a board and community to decide which positions should be paid and how much is a fair amount for each. Okay, so everybody's going to have a voice in this and be able to say how the future of Shinobi is going to be determined within us, ourselves, the community that's been here, those who actually have a love and a passion, not just for Shinobi, but the relationships that we made over this time. All right. So how often will AMAs be held? The board will talk internally about this. But if any community members have a suggestion, go ahead and just DM Mrs. Stone. So she'll be taking care of that. What are the requirements to become a moderator? Be friendly, be helpful, be active, and they'll see what you're doing. So you're going to have initiative, and somebody's going to ask you to get recruited. Okay. So just be active, do what you think needs to be done, right? That's what initiative is all about. So what is likely to be the first utility to be brought back to Shinobi, which is going to be the Shinobi Bridge, which was the one that we used the most, and I think is probably the most lucrative to bring back, because anybody could use it. It doesn't matter what token you're associated with. Is very useful, and I can see it having a future, right? Will the board of members' names and titles be displayed on the website? This is something that they can easily do. So I'm sure if that's something that they wanted to do, they could set up on the website pretty easily. Will the migration site be brought back online? This is something that's very important. I got people contacting me on the migration video that I did, and they've been asking because some people, were either on vacation or whatever they might have been doing, did not have a chance to migrate. So this is very good news, and gives me some content as well. That's why it's important to stay tapped in inside the Telegram. I'll have all these official links inside the description below where you guys can stay tapped in, because now I can put this out as well and let people know that the migration site will be back up. Okay, so we still have some people, and right here it states that we don't want to leave any community members behind, and that's just what we're about, right? Next, we have what will be the primary source of information until everything is established. So one, the Twitter at Shib_Nobi, and of course the announcements in the TG. And if you guys can subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be a lot going on right here. Okay, so these are going to be some of the places that you can check. They also plan to create a PDF explaining everything that has happened during this transition and make regular posts to keep the community informed. That's very important, right? Because we got to essentially reestablish some trust, and the best way to do that is being transparent and being very vocal with what we got going on and what our plans are. Somebody was asking about Shibnobi Learn. Later on, most likely this is going to be a little bit down the road. Let's get over this bridge, make sure that we got everything squared away with this transition that we're doing. But I'm pretty sure that we will be able to get Shibnobi Learn. I wouldn't mind helping with that at some point as well. But let's get this part over with. And this is going to help us out in the long term, where the volunteers will step out, teachers and mentors will come up and make sure that this community is staying safe in this space, right? This is a very important question right here. Will Teddy remain and still help in this development on the development team? And it says right here that Teddy is willing to assist as needed, but there's no specified amount of time. So, this is pretty epic because, Teddy willing to help, he knows a lot, and he's already kind of been with Shibnobi where he knows how everything works. So having that in there is a plus as far as I see it. How long is the liquidity locked for the LP? Great question. Until September 2023. All right. Now, talking about the taxes, this is where the taxes and how they're set up as of right now. I just seen in the Telegram, and I suggest that you guys do the same. Of course, this is not financial advice. We'll get the cliche out the way, but this is how you stay informed. Staying with the TG, checking this channel, the Twitter. So like that, when these things are changing, you're on top of it. So the marketing on the buy tax is 4.5, marketing and development, and the sell tax is 4.5 on the marketing and development, and 1% taxes. Okay, the total, and right here for the liquidity pool, is 0.5 buy and sell, and 0% on the transfer. There is no burn going on. So the total taxes at the end, once it's all tallied up, is 5% buy, 5% sell, and 1% transfer. Okay, so we got a total of 11 right now. Okay, so 11% taxes if you put it all together. Now, we're going to keep track of these price predictions, these technical analysis. I think it's important and also a great opportunity, because I know this community is going to rise again. I know that it's going to pump back up. If what we went through did not shake us, did not break us, then for sure we're going to come back. Okay, so I think it's important, not the overall price and where we're exactly at, but I think it's a great opportunity to be able to document basically where this transition happened, where exactly we were at as far as price, and then when we look down the road, where we made it to. Okay, so let's just get some support and resistance. So we got this zero threshold right here. Our next attack, this is on the ETH side. We will do BNB right now. We'll be looking at around this zone right here, actually. So this is the price of 93.66, which makes sense. Is right underneath when we erase that zero, that psychological barrier. There is a smaller channel right here, which is at 74.62. But let's just focus on getting up here to getting close to killing a zero. Killing a zero would actually do a lot, building some momentum. Let's get these up arrows right here, okay? Let's get this going. If you guys can share this video on your Twitter, TikTok, whatever you guys can, that will help people know that, the keys have been transferred, that we have a new start, a new beginning, and let people know that it's under new control. And this can help bring people back to this, considering that it is us, the community, that's going to be pushing this up. So our zero threshold is at the price of 44.50, and we're going to attack killing that zero. Now let's go over to the BNB side. It's going to be something pretty similar. Let's go ahead and move this up so we can see it correctly. So our zero threshold on this is going to be, 1 second, that was the array. Let's get the horizontal line. This one's going to be right here. I don't see us, we're not going to go back down here no more, because the community is ready. People are going to start to buy back in. People who are already holders are going to start to buy back in. So this is where we're at. That is 30.76. And as far as the BNB side goes, we're looking above the killing of the zero. The zero part is right around here, but we're going to call it right here where we see these supports being made right here on this prior one, because prior resistance or prior support, the game flips back and forth. You know, if it was prior resistance, in the future it's going to be support. If this was a support before, now that we're underneath it, this is going to be a resistance. So we're going to want to break above this 1188, okay, which is a great number. So once we get above these numbers, kill the zeros, we could see some nice price action. Most likely see this design that we talk about all the time, the squiggly line going like that. That's going to be the same for on the ETH side, getting above this section, doing something like that, establishing and letting people know that, you know, we're on this uptrend, and basically letting everybody know that, you know, we're not going to be going underneath these prices anymore. This will be bullish momentum, considering the keys have been changed. You guys, we just got to turn it up on our engagement on Twitter. As far as TG goes, on all sectors. If you guys can load up the comments below and show your enthusiasm and how excited that you are that we're finally doing this right here and we're rising from the ashes, that'll help the YouTube algorithm push these videos out to new potential investors. And if you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.